Good plays, bad plays, capturing the fall. OniviaLPLhighlights got them all. Every moment, every fight. OniviaLPLhighlights keep the fire alive.
Was put down as Finn feels the wrong side of Adam's blade as he slices in, dices forward. Finn.
Wait,
oh,
what?
okay.
Adam just gets us
here if LeBron went for a Locket of the Iron Solari instead, mostly because of the Requiem, right? If Marcoon is starting off fights with that old
Finn should be aware that he's hovering around this side of the map. Here we go.
Call of the Forge God. Stunned with the Glacial Prison. Sheo tanking the tower. Ruthless Predator in by Adams. Sheo still tanking. Finn flashes away. Sheo has about 250 HP and Larsson's on his way to try and stop him. Requiem coming down as well as Finn is able to survive. In the end, Adam will get him. Requiem doesn't find its mark.
Mitigate any potential dives and also move in towards this bot crab.
It's a fight for the crab. Zenith played in. Lebrov's going to jump away. Aftershock procced. Sheo, he glides in, hits the Glacial Prism into the seismic, toss back. Marcoon is down. BDS find him. And
Great trade for me. I'm just going to back off. But all right, so BDS going to be the ones to start this one off. Lebrov going to deny.
Oh, flash, solar flare. Shield of Daybreak coming out as well. The blast cone will get them across the wall. TP coming in as well, but Larsson wants to join the fight. So at least the first of all, Lebrov walks away wounded, but is able to survive. That hits onto Larsson. Still has the flash. BDS falling lower. The Drake down to 1,000, and it's an early smite. As Comp secures it, Rogue have 2 dragons on the board.
So consistent during the regular season. Mainly because it showcases how well they've tried to showcase a lot more variability in the different styles of approach that they have in the game. And I think that they've been doing a great job of expanding.
Adam on his Renekton with a 1.5k gold lead, 1,000 lead for Ice as well, and for Sheo in only a second. And with Marcoon showing on the top side, BDS will get their first Drake of the game.
And we talked about it earlier, Rogue should feel comfortable conceding this. Instead, their priority is getting some gold for themselves, and they want to kill Adam.
Solar Flare in a little bit early there. We'll get.
They're trying to keep him in lane.
Adam. I mean, they're definitely going to keep him in lane. The question is, can you survive with LeBron coming in as well? If you go for this dive now, Rogue call it off. Magnet Storm forward, Nuke looking for the seismic shove, and Rogue were in so many different minds about what they wanted to do. The Requiem comes out. Adam won't fall to it. True shot barrage, Adam. Oh, just clipped his heels, but didn't quite hit him.
Look in the river. Knowing that Rogue haven't even had an opportunity to base, only Comp is left to try and stop him, and he can't handle the croc. But he then walked back in, right? And that was the opportunity that Lebrov saw to then find the engage.
And going in, Zenith Blade, Solar Flare connects. Adam stunned up with a Shield of Daybreak, but he slices away. Call of the Forge God from behind him. Finn takes the shutdown. The Conductor is here to play. Finn now has to get away from Sheo and Ice, who does have the Lightning Crash. Tries to dash away, but can't attack anyone because he's underneath the tower right now. Turns his attention to trying to take that turret down, but even with a Demolish Block, can't. In Elden Ring, I found a lot of fights I don't have a chance in, I'm going to be honest.
Comp uses the E.
Tries to dash away. Lebrov overextending a little bit, has to flash from the Solar Flare. Requiem coming down as well, the True Shot Barrage has hit, and Finn takes the kill again. Sheo flashing away. Adam not here with his team. We'll have another one of those to dish out. Marcoon still only sitting at 1.5 items, but he can get to 2.
Push in mid, push in top, play through 2 lanes. Bot wave is also pushed in, and now they can start sieging onto this tower. Oh, knockback, good buffer though from Larsson.
Zoelise going in onto Sheo, but he's so tanky. The tower's still standing for now. Sheo down to about half HP. Adam looking for the flank. Lebrov trying to get the engage. Glacial Prison going wide. Marcoon has no mana here though. Even though he's able to dodge away from the seismic shove, he's going to have to retreat to the safety of the fountain as Zoelise goes in and BDS collapse on him immediately.
HP
Larsson
still.
and Comp trying to step in. The flank position from Lebrov, not enough yet, but he does have that Magnet Storm. Call of the Forge God going out. Finn looking for the lock of True Shot Barrage as well. With the Baron already secured by BDS. The Magnet Storm on the back line as well as Sheo dashes in and Lightning crashes down. BDS have already found 2, make it 3 in the fight. The Requiem does nothing as BDS still have all 5 members alive. Zoelise flashing in with a Shield of Daybreak. And Comp will find 1, but can he escape the clutches of Adam? He can't. Ice on a rampage. Zoelise caught unawares by Ice, who got an unofficial quadra in the fight. And BDS with the Baron will open up the base.
It's a clean ace, and it's a clean game from BDS. Outside of that single blunder in the mid lane, it's been nothing but domination as BDS look to secure a spot in playoffs.
Unlikely to end the game here. Inhibitor Tower and Inhib, I think will be their goals. I don't know if Adam will stay around with the respawns coming out. It would be greedy to do so. Steps forward, forcing Zoalise away. Solar Flare, a possibility here. Wave in mid lane, still a bit of a problem. There's the Solar Flare, Call of the Fortune coming out as well as they try and lock down Nuke. The Seraphs, the Locket, the shielding's enough. And Nuke will not fall. The Requiem comes down. Nuke might die to Malignance Leandries. In the end, he does. A 4-for-2 exchange in favor of BDS. Only Larson remains to stop and see his base fall in tatters. He picks up a GA, but I'm not sure there's any Angel that can guard you from this. BDS looking to lock their spot in playoffs, and Rogue still looking for their second win of summer. He'll survive for a while on the fountain, but in the end, it won't amount to much. BDS are going to playoffs.
Good plays, bad plays. Capturing the fall. OniviaL's highlights got them all. Every moment, every fight. OniviaL's highlights keep the fire alive.
Uh-oh. Can you get out in time, Relevant? No, you cannot. Here comes the dive.
Can he survive? Trimby tanks it, hooks him in. The answer's no, and it was answered very quickly.
It's definitely been felt in so many of their games. In losing situations, they've been able to find
Smited the
great-
wrong grub there, meaning that Isma was able to come in and smite one for himself. Trimby's on his way up here, as is Flackhead. Survivor, the first one to be caught out as Luan looks for the engage. Trimby going in towards the top side as well. Irrelevant's almost got the Mega Gnar built up. Isma only level 4, dashing away, but now SK begin to collapse. The hook goes in, and the Gnar comes down, and Yankos falls alongside it. Isma just trying to get another one of these grubs. We'll get one towards the back of it. Survivor forced away. Rahel joins the fray, and Flackhead will fall. It's disaster.
Prioritize controlling the grubs. And it wouldn't surprise me if Heretics cross map. But Niski is around.
And you actually saw Isma walked away from the grubs and left them for Irrelevant as Luan dashes in and Yankos falls first. Answered with a kill onto Niski. Lightning crash, flash forward, Glacial Prison hits, and Trimby goes down as well. SK find 2, and they get 5 grubs to boot. Wonder was able to keep Irrelevant.
50%. They should be able to secure this.
Irrelevant doesn't have any Mega Gnar bar either. Isma looking for the smite fight. It's secured by Flackhead. The engage going down as Rahel's locked up with the depth charge, and this might be a great fight for Heretics. But Niski finds them all. He slides in, he pulls a faker, and SK find 5. Niski, the Leandries tick will be
At the start of this fight, he has the Q3 channeled, gets that initial knockup, dives into the back line. Oh, we don't have time. Irrelevant getting collapsed on.
Next flash forward by Trimby. Irrelevant will flash the wall, then dash across, and
I hope we can get the read.
SK's favor.
Dragon spawning in about 30 seconds. Isma, does he have an angle here?
I think he does. I think they might have an angle, Betty.
Someone's been doing their mathematics, and that looked like an easy 90 change into the bot lane, and look at them. An incredible change, and I think the crucial thing is they found themselves...
Banned by Sejuani.
He did.
It was very rude of him. But now, SK are pulling Heretics towards a fight as they've started up the Dragon, the Baron, in fact. Irrelevant has TP, no Mega Gnar built up on him. There's the teleport in. Magnus going onto the backline, and again! Spyro goes down. Yankos second to follow, all out from Wonder, but immediately has to dash away from Rahel, who is not giving up the chase quite yet. Requiem comes down, doesn't find anyone. Isma does fall in the end to Flackhead, but Flackhead the last man standing. As SK have lost their Niski, only just short of putting a hat on his head with the Rabadon's death cap. 3 items in terms of damage. SK far the better of the 2 teams. Glacial Prison hitting in. Ultra Shock Laser coming down, and Yankos falling once again. The TP invested by Niski as they look for Spyro, who will just
making their way into the base.
Flacker trying to get anything he can in a side lane, looking for one of those objective bounties, can't secure it. Trimby dredge lines away. The cannon can't get there yet. Hook lands, but only onto Isma. Trimby looking for a little bit more. Aftershock now burnt on him. The engage from Luan as Trimby's locked up. They dive in. Is it enough? I'm not sure it is. SK basically still full HP. The Requiem comes down as one will fall. Will it be more? It's 2. SK
From SK as they look to lock a spot in playoffs.
A promising early start for Heretics, but it all went pear-shaped. SK have been the dark horse so far of summer and continue to be so. They will lock their spot in playoffs alongside Fnatic and BDS.
I mean, 2.
Plays, bad plays. Capturing the fall.
over and over again and get Photon into a position where he's just able to win out incredibly hard. You can see where you're not really pushing in top lane too hard, but it looks like they may try and set up a dive. This video,
VTO's losing the all in.
Press the attack already procced. Jackie's taking his time. W video! Woo!
Essence shift forward. Oh, it looked dire. It looked grim there for a second at Rising.
These videos, laning phase is worse.
Yes, laning phase, just like overall. Yeah, well, in the 1v1, Ezreal versus Kai'Sa, he wins out, and as predicted, Rob, the Antonio going to fall.
Question is, are they going to run into each other here? Linsis does get the smite down.
And now Juhan's in a horrible position. You need a video coming down. This is a 4v1.
They need to make a decisive call here, and the decisive call is Juhan will give his life in the exchange. It goes in for a bit of damage. Flick back is there into the rock field. Who are they going to give the kill to? Looks like donation to Carzzy, perhaps, is the name of the game, although undecided as of this moment. 0 kill pressure. The Antonio annoying. Q harass, of course. Always going to be frustrating to deal with, but taking poke damage before the tower dive kicks off is not what you want. Juhan on the way up, but there's really nowhere for Antonio to go. Gold card there. Linsis already taking flash forward. It's over. The kill. It's done. Photon, though, likely to go down in the follow-up. Locked up by the permafrost. Juhan will at least get a kill back.
By there, but it's nice by Juhan to get one back, but it's a disaster for the Antonio on the top side. You can already see an 800 gold lead for that Twisted Fate.
See, Hylissang going up though, looking for the follow-up, bit of CC, but perhaps overstaying. Ignite ticking down, but Thick Skin healing him up so much. The second proc on the Zenith Blade going forward. The Eclipse there too. Hylissang in trouble. Flash forward. The Q. Ignar getting that one. Carzzy still a ton of now sticking around, hoping that they can maybe make the dive happen. But Carzzy quick with the root. Instantly they go in on Photon. Zenith Blade follow. Oh man, it's so simple. You point, you click. The enemy team just dies. GX making good work of the competition. In the meantime, one step ahead in tempo ever since that top lane TP.
They've been doing a fantastic job, and now they get to move in towards this bottom side as well. Go for Vitality. Vitality are winning, right? But it's the difficulty of operating in this composition means you need to be further ahead. Carzzy's going further behind here.
Carzzy. Root now coming through for Hylissang, but he's not going to be able to save Carzzy because Ignar's already on the chase. Locked down. Carzzy nowhere to go. Patrick grabbing the kill. Vitality looking out of sorts. Yeah, that's not enough damage.
Yeah.
He's still standing. Hylissang might feel like he's in a similar state. They are going to try to dive the Tomcatch instead of just focusing down the tower. Do they have the damage to finish off Hylissang? Ignar still tanking beautifully. Set ultimate across the top. They can't quite finish the job. The arrow will do it. Empowered there from Patrick. Blight stacks enough. Hylissang will go down, as does the Antonio in the meantime, but tower going to fall here.
Nicely done by Vitality in the bottom side, though. That was a difficult dive to try and handle, and they did it incredibly well just playing at the edge of turret range. And now you get the trade.
That threshold for the empowered Kathy and Rain, Kai'Sa Q. Vitality Wu just burned down the Drake, tie things up 1-1, but Juhan can just fish. Obviously very beefy, very hard for...
Push their advantage and really push Vitality into this game.
Hylissang. Bit of extra CC for the permafrost fall up on the solar flare. Good ulti coming from Patrick. Immediate flashes out from the side of Vitality, but already one member is dead. Do they want to keep the play going? The Antonio getting lower and lower. Patrick waiting on the next round of cooldowns. Has the ulti out from Juhan, but they can't really commit to VTO. Wall in from Linsis. Juhan.
Dragon in a minute's time. GiantX in decent position and pushing in. Boss wants to try and engage if Vitality commit to that, but oh, he's going to get caught here.
Here we go, getting caught on the side lane. The flash over the wall. Hylissang, the slow's already there. The Abyssal Dive sure to fall. They don't even need it. Flick back and a shutdown. Before the fight starts, GX make it that much easier on themselves. The Antonio about to walk into vision. Hylissang caught out for a brief moment. Photon off to the side. Linsis in the back line. The Antonio, when does he want to pull the trigger? Taking their time now. Hylissang going to drop. GX patient. The Antonio still just waiting in the dark as they're going to set their sights on the Drake.
A great learning from that last fight. They were like...
languages. Vitality. Oh, getting caught. Linsis picked off here as Jackie's goes in. Not today. What GX are starting to say. Knockup now going in on the Carzzy. Fight just continues. Carzzy's got really nowhere left to go. VTO finally coming on the way in, but Carzzy locked up. The cleanse now coming out. The Antonio flashing forward, looking to lay the smack down. And down goes Carzzy. VTO waiting in the darkness, continuing to throw out abilities, but isn't really going to do much here. The good news for Vitality, though, on the side lane, Photon already looking to knock down that tier 2, and Ignar's just getting chunked out. This Ezreal really hurts. Oh, VTO's clean with it. The Baron's still being attempted. AK getting lower. VTO, there's just no way he can get in here. 5K getting lower.
Does he kill Juhan?
Ulti across the top. Nice sidestep. Just a bit of a leash in the end, though. GX getting the Baron. The TP coming up, though. They want to keep the fight going. Senna just to make sure the backs are canceled.
Photon walking in, wants to land the gold card, is going to hit Juhan. Flash over the wall, immediate ulti coming in from the bars to try and disengage. VTO is he going to go over? How confident
Vitality getting these waves pushed out. Might catch Jackie's as well as see Linces.
We've been here before. Can he W and ult to safety? W onto Linces, maybe not the ideal target. Flick back is there. Ezreal ult to follow, and that's a shutdown.
Patrick to the top side to see if they can answer for the tier 2 that's been taken mid by Vitality.
This is not a good Baron.
No.
They've lost money since they got the Baron, and they've lost a Dragon. Now an attempt to find a pick of their own on the side of GX. They look at Linces' flash. Decent amount of damage. Carzzy now in trouble. Hylissang doesn't even have time to push the button and flash.
Spotted because he walked just out of the bush there.
Juhan walking up to VTO. As you highlighted. Courtesy of Photon's ultimate. Photon will now rejoin the fight. Has the TP as well. Nice pick onto Jackie's, but the disruption now coming in from Juhan. Immediately ulti coming in from Jackie as well. The Antonio coming over the wall. VTO now going to be in trouble, but he's still standing. The Ezreal still up, still alive. Hylissang getting chunked out. 5 members still up on the side of GX, though. Vitality just aren't tanky enough. They're landing their hits, they're landing their autos. They just don't have the damage. Here, Vitality setting up a trap. Going to catch out a single member of GX, but it's sure he has the Devour ready if he needs to. Healing coming in from Carzzy is solid, but Juhan, as you mentioned, is just going to start healing up. That's the Warmogs. The Antonio now going into the VTO, and he's been isolated. He's been caught out. There's nowhere left for him to go. Jackie's just descends. Killer instinct. Pairing up with the Antonio. This.
Photon has no destiny though. Jackie's going to reset to try and match that top push. GiantX, we want to go for the play, but it's still going to be a 50-50. Linces can get into the pit.
Juhan versus Linces. The Antonio going over the wall to try to dissuade, but he doesn't really have that much CC. Looks like Linces going to use the wall to try to make it over. 2.8k, gets into the pit, but no! Juhan steady on the trigger, takes down the big purple worm, but in the meantime, Carzzy already trying to take down the objective. Abyssal dive out. Hylissang on the retreat, but Carzzy and Photon teaming up together. Already got one tower. The Antonio ready to punish. Ulti not too far away.
Ignar's in behind though.
Void Seeker didn't quite connect. Ignar, Shield of Daybreak, ready to follow up. Carzzy trying to sidestep as best he can, but he knows he's a dead man walking. Photon just going to sprint out of there. TP in though. They might still want the fight. Gold card ready to go. Locking up the Antonio. VTO, can he turn this one back? Good damage onto the Antonio. Should be able to take the Malphite down before his ulti comes back up, but it's finally there. Sidestep, ooh, doesn't backstep back into the Ezreal ultimate. Recalls coming out. GX don't want to get over aggressive here.
The Antonio can TP to the wave. He's going to the ward. He's coming in with the ult.
Photon, flash up. Is he going to be forced to flash away? Ulting on Ezreal. He buffers, but it doesn't matter. VTO caught out.
And now GiantX with the Baron buff are entering the base of Vitality.
That first Baron power play was nothing, but this one looking a whole hell of a lot better. 30 seconds on VTO. Bot lane respawning now. They're going to grab at least one inhibitor. Death cap completed. Now Antonio going in, and again! Patrick now godlike. This is the power of their composition. Jackie's can just immediately follow. VTO starting to poke. But he's starting when his base might already be finished. The Antonio backing away, taking his sweet time, waiting for that Kana Grookern to come back up, and GX just keeping the pressure going. One more plasma proc, and Hylissang is probably a dead man. Jackie's weaving in and out, not letting that gold card get close enough. TP in from the base, but I think this is just going to be it. Patrick walks up, kills Photon. One more wave should do it. Vitality, one last desperate hold. Linces going over, trying to lock up Patrick. Can't even get the flick back. Oh, the ulti, not quite perfectly timed. Linces escaping, but Patrick still remains untouched. Jackie's untouched. GX looking to pick up their second win here in Summers as Jackie's once again taking over alongside Patrick. 9-0-7, a beautiful game from the 80 carries on GX.
Good plays, bad plays. Capturing the fall. OniviaLPLhighlights got them all. Every moment, every fight. OniviaLPLhighlights keep the fire alive.
How they've entered Vladdy into the LEC, but having Targamas make that first roam, then closer play around mid lane, and just babysit Vladdy a little bit to keep him in check, but G2 might actually catch out on this top side.
Topside play, Yike and Broken Blade, forced to be reckoned with. Again, the CC that's going to come through here is so tough to deal with. The immediate follow. First Blade now coming through as well. A second stun could follow. Kana getting locked up. 4 stacks, Permafrost. Broken Blade getting lower and lower. Kana just wants to finish it. Hop forward, gets him with the crunch. Should just be dead here to Yike. Double kill for G2 on the top
That means
side.
the Yikes have to take him down. Good call from Kana not to invest his own flash. Knew he was dead to rights.
Yeah, gonna make it that much easier to survive in future plays. The Targaman's getting lower. Ignite taking flash forward. The Buckler gonna finish the job. pulled by Closer as well, so Yike gonna be forced to check that one. Ooh, I think the auto attack didn't quite give him away. Mickey getting started. Hail of Blades there. Targamas might just have to flash out. He's got nothing left. Again, the lockup is good, but they can't get in range of Yike to deal any damage. The power of level 6 coming in for Zinzao, but the timing is good. Mickey forced to flash away. Solid start for KC. They don't have any more gas in the tank. Wind becomes lightning. Down goes any of these fights or any of these objectives. They can cross-map a bit, but not a lot of other options. Upset gonna try to E out the flash as well. Knock up there too. We might just be taken down. Ulti in. One more auto. Hunts up and finishes. Targamas forced to flash out. And the redive might be coming. He's holding the wave. Mickey's going to start to push that one forward. Recall going in from Targamas. Is Vladdy doing all right in the 1v1 mid? Kana doesn't have any items. Meganar bases are good, but have to be really clean on the dive if you want to make it happen. And right now you can see the Broken Blade does not care. Whenever his passive is up, he just walks in, does a ton of work. The flash! He does it early! Hoping that they can maybe find a play here.
6 Grubs.
Spending a lot of time running to this lane to get nothing. Ezreal coming across the top. TP going in now as well. Broken Blade on the way. Flash out. Ulti going in, Broken Blade under the tower, taking a bit more damage than he would like. Solar Flare to follow. Kana trying to do a bit more work, but all of G2 there,
Again,
ready to
because KC are worried about both the Dragon and the turret being taken on the bottom side.
They've already grabbed one, they're going to grab two now. KC immediately retreat. There is no cross-map play available. Man, it feels bad too, because after you miss the steal, you're like, I really wish I had this to clear mid. Siege now begins. The Herald, you can hear it here in Berlin. Woo! And that's about it. Push in, one more charge. Yike here too, Poppy hammer to knock back somebody, or just to stop them from stepping up. Remember, if you let it go on to cooldown, it's only 15 seconds until it's back up. Inhibitor dead after your Titanic Hydra first.
Yeah, it's basically completed items for cheap across the board, like Horizon Focus only being 2,700 plus.
Sama ulting in, Broken Blade ready to come over the wall. Targamas waiting for him to fall before they throw out the ultimate and trying to pick up the follow-up kill as well. Closer, flash, wallbang coming in from Mickey, disengaged from the ulti. Not quite enough, the ignite. Burning down that.
Again, like coming back to their items, it's like, hey, if we get the early Horizon Focus, knowing
That's true. Back to 2%, 3% buffs and nerfs.
Trying to keep everybody happy. An impossible task. Targamas not going to be pleased about that one, but we really just didn't have a choice.
Possible task to get out.
Yeah, certainly. Do not die, but Kana has a good angle on the choke.
So I think they might need to back it on up to deal with that, but again, 6 Void Grubs, melts turrets, and that wave is still healthy. Is the 1v1 with the support?
Mickey should just be dead here. Hail of Blades! That is a very squishy pop.
There's always that one moment where you're like, does he take it?
No, I'm
Does he just go?
traumatized.
I have flashed too many AD Kai'Sa W's because I forget to check sometimes.
Yike stepping up. Closer. Desperately trying to retreat now as the ulti from Stormy goes in. Yike getting a little bit lower. Good follow-up damage coming in from Upset. Upset off to the side. Trying to get some work done, but another any gold that the extra supers might have given over KC.
Let's go across. So Mickey gonna wrap around, will be spotted on the ward. Targamas just missing out on the Zenith Blade there.
Mickey's still playing Bouncer. Baron already gone. Again, KC just trying to figure
Do for about 2 weeks, and then you're like, I don't want Jinx and Felios.
Nope. Future me can deal with that. Current me, more Aphelios. All I could ever want.
The procrastinator's advice.
Yeah.
That's future me's problem, future audience's problem. For now,
A little Ezreal versus Kai'Sa, which is pretty spicy, to be fair, despite increased game length overall on G2. Here we go. Will Mickey finally complete the channel? He does, knocking back the Maokai. Broken Blade starting the fight, but there's no instant follow-up onto Vladdy or Upset. They might not need it, however, as Targamas is already getting taken down. Yike instantly to the backline. Hansama there as well. Closer looking to parlay the lockup of the 80 carries. Just don't have enough damage. Mountain Soul making even the squishier members too damn tanky. G2 was all but over, and now it certainly is over. Might play for some kills. Might play for a bit of fun here. With the Nexus in their sights, they will just close it out. Move up to 4-2. Caps going for a scoop back.
The Horizon
Only
Focus!
find one and will stay standing. He takes down the Nexus.
Plays bad plays, capturing the fall. OniviaLPLhighlights got them all. Every moment, every fight. OniviaLPLhighlights keep the fire.
Go back to the camps. Because now, since ours should be a bit faster, I guess Cedric got maybe base faster off, but...
Jun. Knockup is there. Punt it back into the wall. Decent damage coming in from Supa. No, only level 3, but so much damage on the Ouster might make things a little bit easier. Razork on the way down. First blood coming through from Fnatic. Second kill likely to fall. Now we're going to try to make it out of this one. 1 for 1, 2 for 1 now. in favor.
Right now, like you could see in our game, we did the grubs, and then I was like hitting, I think, top tower with the hands, and we just actually wanted the tower. If you can do this.
Zenith Blade, Razor trying to keep things going. Wall off from Humanoid to try to deny Frescali entrance, and Elioya forced to flash out, but the W in the back half of the exchange costs him dearly, and now Fnatic individual 1v1, but you expect once he has some sustain, can start to do a bit more work. Is Noah pushing for 1v1 against Mirwin, ulti propped. Mirwin running. There he doesn't need to see in the bush to start autoing, but a nice sidestep from Mirwin, trying to dodge, dipping, ducking, diving, flashing in, knocking up auto! Hits him with the tired Teemo!
Totally fine. He could have maybe taken the red buff, but it's also risky.
Yeah, so what would you look for? You
Around
kind
top
of,
side to make sure that they could have this, but the counterpunch from MDK, not super impactful yet, as Frescali in trouble, Flick still hitting. Humanoid happy to have the 1v1, but soon Oscar's gonna look to make it a 2v1 or 3v1, as Jun shows his face too. Frescali, don't know where you go. Out of options, nice sidestep, he's clean with it. Oscar and Brennan proxying the wave.
he's just healing all the damage Frescali's putting down. Jun gonna tank this up. Feels like they're done with this.
Save the manatees, folks. Frescali gone. Yeah, there it is. First turret in the meantime. Taken in the bottom lane, but does not matter too much. Oscar Renan happy to support his team because the topside tower as well, and Fnatic missed the charge, crucially, but the Might's there. Getting 5 already, we heard Yeg talk about it, right? It's such a backbreaker, or can be. One more charge here from Humanoid. MDK not in a great position to follow up, and Mirwin continues his job of breaking down towers. He does have a hammer, it seems like what would be good for, but Elio already caught out the true damage, crushing Zinza out there as well. MDK just cannot fire back. Instant TP coming in.
Force that objective as a 5-man group, but I'd have to worry about MDK looking for side.
MDK, it's getting lower. MDK, not the confidence to pull the trigger there. Again,
Razor involved in the fight. Even the positioning on where they take fights has been significantly upgraded, but Oscar in gets a terror here. Yeah.
Grub buff walks up, single auto. Ulti now, unstoppable. Can they burst through his health bar? Good damage now coming for Super. They want to shred through. One more auto will do it. Shut down onto Oscar. Yeah, he can 2v1 a Poppy Sejuani, but not when a Kaisa is around. Fnatic, though, starting the objective 5K. Getting lower. Elioya coming in. 4K, 3K, getting lower. Excellent stun from Jun to keep them out of the pit. Can they make it in? It's getting closer. Flash in the steal. Not going to happen. Razork secures the Baron for Fnatic, but now MDK want to strike back. Want a bit more money as Razor commits onto Supa. Good damage coming in, locked to the Iron Solari from Elioya. Keeping his carry, standing MDK. Looking to make a quick punish, but it's Fnatic with the Baron.
But Fnatic might lose even more. They're less than 1,000 gold in the Red Bull Baron power play, and they're about to lose mid tower as well. Fnatic, that questionable as to whether how worth that it was. If it was Humanoid or Oscar, and who's still at the buff, could have been vital, but the fact that you're only down to 2 members with it is which is allowing these TPs to come alive from MDK. Frescali can continue to pressure top, knowing you can always TP in, and MDK are doing a great job of threatening this area, which is the connection point for Fnatic.
Knocked up onto Mirwin. Full committal now in the fight. Noah falling up with an immediate bit of damage as Mirwin gets taken out. Humanoid just continues to chase onto Alvaro. Headbutt coming through. Pulverize likely to follow, but the flick back still hitting Alvaro. That's the knockup. Razor gonna follow. Ulti there from Alvaro, but that health bar's too low, and Olaf has more than enough true damage to finish the job. Fnatic still gonna make the most of this Baron buff. 49 seconds left, but it looks like they're trying to break down 2 towers with it.
Bad Lions are trying to keep Fnatic interested on that corner, just seeing if they could deny them the time onto Frescali, but now they're still going as Razor goes in, but pushed back, and Fnatic will crack open some of these towers.
From Frescali. Wall again. Set play from Fnatic. We've seen this multiple times. Alvaro Hex flashing over the wall. We've seen this too, but now MDK are ready to fight this one. Instantly, Olaf is going to try to go in. The Dragon will be picked up by Elioya, but can MDK find the fight? Steadfast Presence doing absolutely nothing, and Fnatic starting to run MDK down. 80 carries still standing, but they just don't do enough. The front line of Fnatic is too damn strong, and Elioya just has to run for his life.
Fnatic, again, their team fighting is just Frescali is pushing in on the bottom side, and he's going to be able to snag that one for himself. So even though it's Fnatic again aggressive on the map, it's MDK who are actually coming out with the lead. First with mid push coming through, but Fnatic are no pushovers, and Oscar Ernan
immediately trying to start the fight. Razork ready to turn back. Super really hasn't had the chance to auto attack yet. Will now finally start to do a little bit of damage, but the ulti from Alvaro not doing much of anything, and Oscar just going to flash into the melee range of Supa. Razork immediately going to follow. They're just looking to eat some carries. Mirwin tanky, but not anymore, as again, he's just going to get shredded down by 4 members of Fnatic. MDK walked in, but they did not want that fight. Fnatic just continue to slowly but surely tear through Mad Lion's Koi.
Your full items, Airy, who's about to take over in these fights.
Yeah, and a player who isn't afraid to look for the aggressive angles over the walls. A bit of parkour as Razork again is just going to start the fight. Humanoid there to follow up. Alvaro is supposed to be tanky, supposed to be immune to damage, but the true damage, again, the reckless swing. Coming in from Olaf, coming in from Oscar, he's just slowly shredding through Elyoya, and Supa just doesn't do enough damage. They're burning everything, and Oscar refuses to die. Just Ragnaroking his way through the team. Miro, and the follow-up is there. The dash does absolutely nothing, and it feels like this is a victory march for Fnatic.
It's more than one victory march for Fnatic. The undefeated streak looks like it's about to continue for Fnatic as they rock up against G2 tomorrow. This base is not going to last very long.
They just do too much damage. They're so far ahead. 4K gold lead each for Oscarin and Razork. Monster performance from the top side. Jun again wants to keep it going. Fnatic just going to obliterate them and then take the towers next. Supa doesn't even really get the chance to auto. Gets a Q, gets an ulti, and that's all. Fnatic remain undefeated in the LEC.
It's been a long while since we've been able to say that sentence, but Fnatic deserve it.